Hi guys! So I'm doing the final elements reading regarding the current energy and the message from the Sacred Light Oracle, which is my special cards. So I did the water signs first, then I did the fire signs, then I did the earth signs. So today is the final signs, which is the air signs. So Gemini, Libra and Aquarius. If you have a sun, a moon, rising, Venus or your north node in these elements, then this could be a message for you today. Now, what I am going to say for this reading is, you know, like we've all got all the elements, but like the core ones what I've just said out, some people might have all earth or all fire within them core elements. But the ones who have all elements, it shows to me regarding the last readings that I've done that they all flow. Just depends where you're up to on the timeline and in your life, but they're very similar. So it's just however your life is, how it resonates to you. It's like some could be in the fire energy, then into the water energy, but I feel like there's a message most probably for everybody in all elements. That's what I'm seeing. You know, they've all got so far that it's all divinely guided for this current year, the number 8 year. Water and fire was about very, very similar messages, and it was about being a channel or being an oracle, something. It was to do with being a psychic kind of thing. The earth signs yesterday, theirs was about activate the light body, which also the fire got that card as well, so they got the same card. And theirs was like they're in a process now of cutting and ending all karmic contracts from ancestrals, like past lives and stuff like that, and activating that light body. And they was meeting the soul tribe. It was a beautiful message that yesterday. But I am going to say something for you guys before I start this reading. I'm going to say I put this music on as I was doing my prayer before I started, when I connected my cards and I was clearing out the space, when I was saging my room and stuff, and I put this on. Now I've listened to this a few times. It's quite new, it's only a couple of weeks old, but I have listened to it. But today it resonated on a different level. Like I can't even express what I'm feeling. So I feel like this is something for you guys. Like things are going to flow into your life what resonates so much on a deeper soul level. Like it's like that deja vu kind of thing, or there's just something that really feels like it's touching you on a deeper soul level kind of thing, if that even makes sense. But I felt like I had to share that because I didn't get that for the other elements. It was just in this element today, and I've used the same music. I think I did. I always use her anyway, but yeah. So guys, if you could like and subscribe to my channel, that would be huge help for me. It helps me grow the channel, helps me get these messages to more people who need them. Also, you know, when that exchange is given, the energy exchange, you always gain more memories. Maybe you'll get some memories. You'll gain more messages to come in on future readings. So the more you connect to the channel, the more it becomes personal to you when I do readings. And I've had a lot of feedback about this as well. It's like when I've done personal readings, they get messages on all my readings regardless. Like it's always something to do with them. So let's get the air signs: Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Let's get the current energy for you guys. So the first card is the current energy for you. The second card is the challenge card for this. The third card is the action card, and this is the take action spread from the Sacred Light Oracle. you're the first element, right, that I've got all brand new cards. I don't think I've ever pulled any of these cards before. What? So your current energy is the number 11, the Dharma wheel. Now I feel like I have had this, but I can't really remember. And it was like someone who was finding the Dharma. I think it might have been on a personal reading this. It was someone who has just found the Dharma in life, and it's like, or it was helping them find the Dharma. Well, this says karmic lessons, peer pressure and moral codes, number 11. And it's a lot of red and orange, so I'm going to take this as this is your lower chakras. I can see kind of all colours in all three cards here, which no one's got this. They've either got the blue, the purple, the green. It's just been them. You guys, I've got all the three lower chakra card colours. Then I can see blue, bit of green, purple. You've got all 7 by the looks of it on this. Wow. I can see the elephant as well. Is this to do with Ganesh? This is something to do with your root chakra. This is something to do with what you've been through. So your current energy, for me, how I'm seeing this, I feel like you're actually coming to this duality of yourself. I feel like you're understanding what's happened in your life, how you got to this point. But I do think you're realising what karmic lessons you've learned from this. And I feel like you're learning how maybe you've put other people's needs before your own needs, possibly. And now you're in your own essence kind of thing and becoming balanced within your yin and your yang energy. Stepping forward, becoming a healer possibly, or some kind of spiritual worker. Yeah. It's like you're waking up to this spiritual path. So it could be a life path 11, guys. It could be a life path 2. And this came out on, was it Earth yesterday? Or was it not? I can't remember. Oh yeah, it come out on Earth and Fire actually. Yeah, them two numbers. But you could be born on the 11th day or the 11th month. Now, the universal merkabah, a sacred purpose. You have the answer, lucid dreaming. The number 34 and the number 7. Could be a life path 7 guys. Life path 3, a life path 4. You could be born on the 7th day, the 7th month, the 3rd day, the 3rd month, the 4th day, the 4th month. But also you could be that age as well. You could be 43, 34, 27. So when I put the number, I can see now the number 11, the number 7 and the number 9, very spiritual numbers. Like 7 is connected to that crown chakra, the 9 is that old soul number, and the 11 is part of the spiritual healer, the healer. Like that's the power number of being the healer. I feel like the challenge, guys, for you is seeing the truth of what you're here to do, or waking up to the truth. Now, if this is an awakening, what you air signs are going through, then that makes sense that this is the challenge now. It's actually recognizing you and understanding your gifts, waking up to who you are and how everything's connected and how you've already got the answers, what you've been seeking. You don't need to go and look outside of yourself for these answers. And I feel like you're getting a lot of messages through your dreams at the minute, so you're probably being guided now. I'm going to read what they say, but you're going to be guided now into probably doing the dream journal, you know, because this is where messages are coming from. Or are you doing astral traveling? Or is this your challenge to start practicing doing astral traveling maybe? Maybe you can astral project or lucid dreaming. Like, and I always say the number 11 as well, the fact that we've got this in the energy card. I always say 11 and 9, they seem to be able to do that quite easily, and the power numbers in general. But I feel like the 7, the 9, yeah, the 7 and the 9, because I do feel like that's that spiritual number. And then the power numbers, I do think that is something to do with, they do seem to get quite a lot of messages through dreaming or premonitions. They get a lot of vision coming through. Now this is to do with the third eye, but then the throat as well. So I feel like it's something like it's your own truth, what you're going to be speaking or projecting outwards, but it's coming through your third eye, through your gifts, through your awakening. Universal merkabah. It's like you're being in alignment now of the geometry or the sacred geometry, and that's where everything's encoded. Now you could be downloading codes, guys, in your sleep. You could be downloading symbols. So whatever it is, or even during the day, you could notice stuff. Whatever symbols, could be something small, a circle, a square, whatever it is. Make sure you're writing them down, because it could be a sequence, a pattern, it could be a message, it could be a frequency being downloaded into you. The codes, the light codes. Scales of Karma is your action card, right? The number 27 equaling the number 9. So you could be born on the 27th day, the number 9 day, or that could be your life path, your soul number. Any of these numbers that I'm saying could be highly aspected in your numerology chart, you know. Doesn't have to be, but it just gives the extra confirmation if this is where you're up to. So like I said, that you could have a message in all the readings. Now, if your numbers come out in a specific one, then you know that one could be your situation right at this present moment, and then you might be going into the next stages throughout this next year, possibly. Now, what I'm going to say for you guys is, so for all the readings, theirs is all to do with divine timing in this number 8 year. I'm going to say for you guys, you started this, something started for you last year, and it's the timing of last year to next year, because we're in the number 8 year. So I feel like this is something what's been over a 2-year run. It don't have to be, but I feel like that's what I'm getting from this. This is something that started last year, and it's up until next year, and it could be all about finding your dharma, your purpose, what you're here to do. You could be working, you could be doing a lot of learning and stuff at the minute. You could be researching, you could be literally working on projects what is going to be absolutely successful in the years to come. I feel like you started it last year, and it's funny how I'm doing this now, because I've just realised what I'm talking about. Now that's when the planets shifted, and Pluto and the Aquarius, and the fact that I'm doing this air sign reading now makes sense to what I'm talking about. And we've got the scales of Karma, so that's to do with Libra. So there's so much here talking about the air signs. Oh my God, yeah, I just realised, yeah. So that equal in number 7 is Libra, 7th house. The 11th house is Aquarius. I've just been talking about this, like, what the actual... And then I'm noticing, it's like, there's 2 elephants on that one, so that could be for the Gemini, the twins. And then we've got 2 people on this one. Now, there's only 1 person on that one, but we've got all of the air elements within these pictures here. That's how I'm seeing this. Right, cycle of disharmony, creating new traditions, unfortunate events. So, as I was just talking about Pluto then as well. So I do think somewhat significant, I can see a dove now as well, which is to do with like enlightenment, and it's like a spirit animal, like showing that you're on the right path, possibly. Yeah, guys, I feel like I was saying this about Aquarius, like with Pluto being in Aquarius like this for the next 20 years. Like I said, you're working on something now what you started last year, but this is success. this is for the next 20 years of good karma. But I do think, like I said, there's going to be challenges along the way. It's not going to be all plain sailing, you know, next 20 years. Yeah, Pluto, with it being the destroyer planet, it has to take down before you can build back up. And the fact that we've got the route up to the crown, I do think from last year until next year, you are probably rebuilding foundations from scratch, basically. Something significant could have happened last year. Things could have been taken out of your life because you'd learnt lessons and they wasn't in alignment with you anymore. So when we understand that things that get taken, it's to make way or pave way for something that we're meant to have, or we're on the wrong track with something, whatever gets taken from us, it's not to punish us, it's because it's not part of our purpose or part of our path. Whatever gets removed, it eventually brings us to what we're meant to have and what we're meant to be doing. Let's see what this says, this number 11 card. I control my thoughts and feelings. I act with integrity and grace. So, in today's age, it is impossible to go through life without having your moral code and ethics changed or challenged by people and society. In the past, peer pressure, discrimination, racism, and social discourse taught you to be suspicious of the motives and actions of others. This realization of knowing right from wrong in any context is what your soul is seeking now during this experience. The law of truth. When the dharma wheel spins, you will be provided with pathways that lead you to personal truths. Finding yourself in compromising situations with questionable people or intentions will only add more weight to your dharma scale. So it started with scales there. It's like everything's being balanced out. Lies and secrets will be revealed now. And I did say this in that Aquarius reading that I did when I was talking about Pluto. Whatever was hidden will be in the light now. It's all to do with scales, it's all to do with justice, it's all to do with, we can't have one without the other. It's like whatever you put out comes back. So if you've been putting out good stuff, it's coming back, you know. Lies and secrets will be revealed now. Honor your agreements and be wary of unsolicited advice of those that may wish to gossip about other people. Right, okay. Seated on the sacred lotus, Ascension Master Lady Lakshmi, can't say it, questions your morality and your ethics, challenges you to integrate your integrity, your morality and ethic with a risk of theft. Oh, okay. Right, so with a risk of theft and deceit or personal robbery and damage to personal or business interests, be aware of your surroundings and social environments of suspicious activities. Dressed in red and surrounded by white elephants. I didn't even notice it was white. Lady Lakshmi, if influences luck in business and prosperity. Reduce your exposure to negative social settings by keeping your distance, even if for short-term events. But it's like protecting yourself. But I feel like this has kind of been the message throughout. The others was like more of the mental and protecting from low vibrations coming through the psyche and stuff like that. Yours is actually being in the 3D, in the earthly realm, not on the higher realms. So it is free, because with you being air signs as well, you're more up in that like 5D. This is now making sure you're grounding your energy and you're actually being aware of your surroundings and what people you're being surrounded by, basically. So reduce your exposure to negative or social settings by keeping distance. From now on, from new and unfamiliar people, including volatile atmospheres and high energy events, balance your dharma by seeking your personal truth without compromising your integrity or morality. Well, that makes sense. Yeah, so it's like, I feel like you guys now, the energy for you guys is, you're being tested now if you've learned the lessons of boundaries and stuff like that, and understanding or going with your gut feeling of what's good and what's bad and what's trying to bring you off path possibly. It's like, don't let people influence your thoughts or your pathway by getting in your head and giving you advice, because some people aren't for the good of us. It's for a lesson. They're sent for a reason, to make sure we've learnt these lessons. And it's like, we're not it's not that we're not supposed to take advice, but these messages, what's coming for this now for you guys is, you have got your own answers. Don't seek outside yourself, seek within. You've got all the answers that you need. So that's where other influences can impact your next moves. So I do think these tests what are coming up, because what I think's happening for you guys is, it's about being in your truth now. And it's like, people, places, things, work, whatever it is, are going to be being removed out of your life. If you don't recognise these things and cut ties with certain things, the tower will be brought in. So the more we go with the flow of these things and recognise these things, it just flows a lot better, because regardless, it's going to be touched at some point no matter what. So it's easier for us to just do it ourselves and go with the flow of it. So it's like the challenge is now, and it's for you to be in your truth. So what I think now is, you could be getting tested now when it comes to your work. Someone could badmouth you, someone could be trying to tarnish you, and it's how you respond. That's how I'm going to see this. It's like how you respond. Don't respond with revenge or hurtful or low vibration like them. Don't go to their level of low vibration. Just send them love and light, and just be aware of what's happening, and just be in your truth. Let things unfold. Because when people do stuff like that, and people, you don't need to stand up for yourself and speak out about this, because that's engaging into it. It's standing in your truth, and you know your truth. And if people know who you are, they know what's going to be right and what's wrong with whatever's being said about you or whatever's going on. And the ones who don't, they're not meant to be in your life. If they're the ones who intervene with this and go with them and go against you, then that's showing you that these people wasn't for you. Now that's why this is the test for you guys, and that's what the current energy is for you. And I think you've been in this since 2023. This is the 34 card, right? Is the second. Oh no. I think there's 36 cards in this altogether. So yesterday they got the Violet Flames, their challenge card, which is 35. You've got the 34. Yeah, 36 is the last card. So you got the 34, which is, I ignite my sacred merkabah with light languages. I am free from the control of others. Yes. So it's the challenge for you is to be recognizing people trying to influence you, or it's people pleasing as well, guys. It's like, when people give you advice, yeah, that's great, but you don't have to ignore your own advice. Just wish them well and say thank you for that, you know, but I might stick, or you don't even have to say anything. But it's like, don't change what you're doing or because somebody else is trying to input into your life, because that's doing stuff out of other people's control or guidance. That's not doing it for yourself or your own guidance. That's then doubting whatever it is that you wanted to do and letting others impact you, if that makes sense. So when the merkabah awakens, a deeper experience of the human consciousness happens. The personal merkabah that surrounds your aura connects you to the universal merkabah matrix paradigm with a fine platinum thread. This allows you to astral travel and access different levels of consciousness, connected to the unified mind, the universal merkabah enhances your perception of self-awareness and communication with the emotional or the feeling of the body. Talking to the self in this way improves intuitive sensitivity, inner knowing, and the ability to sense and understand emotional imbalances within the body. Pain and sensations occur. So it's like I said, it's not seeking outside of yourself. It's like asking yourself, what do you need? What needs healing? What needs some energy healing? I don't know. But it's like that connection and that guidance that you've got now, and this connection to art, it's like that's the challenge for you. So it's like the challenge is don't doubt yourself, or make sure you are trusting yourself and your own guidance. Don't doubt that guidance and palm yourself off, because that is the challenge for you, to be able to recognize this. And it's like I feel like you're going to have a lot of tests coming in, or you have been having a lot of tests coming in, for you to recognize what toxic or what people have been doing around you, what isn't in alignment with you. Maybe it might have been at one point, but I feel like you're vibrating higher now, and you're going to see things for what it is now. Whatever was hidden is coming into the light. So, often viewed as being seated on a great white throne, Ascension Master Sanat Kumar, which is Venus. This is the twin flame of Lady Venus. So this is Venusian energy, which is Libra and Taurus energy. So like I say, I always say that the air and the earth get the same messages, and then the water and the fire. So the fact that I'm saying this now, I'm going to say you possibly could have the messages within that, because it was about connecting to soul family as well. So connect with your life purpose. While learning can be difficult, it is essential that you save yourself from personal destruction. Visionary and lucid dreaming experiences will reinforce your intuitive senses and unique connection to the ascension and astral realms. The wise master asks you to set yourself free and deny any influences that are not 100% pure light and from source. Calling closer to your soul's sacred light, the unified mind resets your universal merkabah to resonate in harmonic perfection with Saint Kumar's guidance. When your merkabah is aligned, be prepared to say goodbye to those who wish to take advantage and keep you stuck in the status quo. This is your challenge, guys. This is your challenge, to not hang on to these connections when they're not in alignment with you anymore. I feel like you're going through a process of really shedding and detoxifying people, places, things, your home, possibly stuff in your home, memories, I don't know, but you're being asked to detach from things, basically, and I think that's what you're in the process of doing and going through. And I feel like it could be quite a lot, because but it's because you're finding who you are, and you're going to be connecting to people who are the same as you and like-minded, and they're going to resonate to you. Like I said at the beginning about that resonated of the music, it's like you're going to sing and realise that things didn't resonate with you, and then when you have these moments of it touches you on a deeper level just by having a conversation with somebody or being in a different environment, you'll feel the energy as soon as you walk in. It's because you're becoming into alignment with what you're meant to be with. So giving without the expectation of receiving is one way of achieving good and a better state of karma. You must look to find positive experiences from harsh lessons. When people feel good, they do good. When feeling down, people are more likely to throw emotional and energetic daggers towards those who have hurt them. Exactly. Even if it's only temporary, you must be self-aware, as your emotional reactivity will dictate the balance of the energetic scale. Any negativity or toxicity can be purged now if you are willing to open your heart space and detach from these cycles. the message just literally, it just goes up. This is the longest reading out of them all, but I had a weird feeling that this was going to happen. I don't know why. So this is teaching the light seekers and the spiritual and the angelic hierarchy of being able to balance out and detach what no longer, but that's part of the number 9 as well. It's like the number 9 people have to let go, and they lose a lot of people throughout the life, but it's part of the journey of that number 9 soul. And also it's about making sure that you're not people pleasing all the time and doing things for others for the sake of others when it's not. It's just because you're an empath or you're a nice person. But it's basically the action card for this is be aware of your thought patterns now. So I take control over expectations and I am free. So it's like what they're asking you to do now is project love and light from your heart and be open to receive that as well. But also it's like be very careful with your thought patterns now. And when you're detaching from these people more than likely, like it says here, are going to be sending negative energy towards you because they won't be understanding, you know, it's going to be because they won't understand why you're cutting them out and things like that until they get to a certain level. You know, but you need to make sure that you don't respond with negative or low vibration towards them. You know, we learn lessons with whatever experiences you've been through in life. It's not, you're now being asked to let them go, but do it with love and light. Do it with high vibration. Send that person healing. Send that person love and light. So it's like the challenge for you guys is to be present in the moment, go within for answers, not outside of you. Really be in that truth, be in that heart space, and make peace with the negative things that have happened in your life, like transmute it into something positive. And also, you know, the challenge for you guys is to let go of things that are not in alignment with you anymore. And that's going to be, and that's why I think you've got a 2-year process. You could be already over all this letting go of things. I don't know where, it depends where you're up to, but I do believe that this started last year and it is going to be still happening. So you could have done a lot of clearing out last year. You might be on this like bit of a steady, but then you could be next year, you could be at another process of letting go of a few more things, or you know, you might just have still a few more lessons to learn or to transmute, or ancestral karmic lessons that you're here to do, contracts that you've got. But you are being asked to protect your heart, but also keep it open though as well. But you need to yeah, it's to keep the scales balanced. It's like no matter what people come in and try and tell you now to put you in that negative or to get a reaction from you, it's just being positive. It's all to do with your words now. So your words are you challenging away. So how you speak in your head or out loud, what you're projecting out, you're being asked to be careful when it comes to it, because like I say, it's to do the scales and the balancing, and the words are very powerful. So if you are putting negative out, that's what you're going to be bringing back. And that's why it could be a 2-year scale, this, because it takes a while to get to that point, because it is hard to do that, to balance it out. This is a beautiful reading, this, guys, and I hope you've got a good message, because you guys got the longest, and I knew it was going to be, because I felt with the whole resonating of the music, and that's what you've got coming in. It's like you're going to feel like it touches on a deeper level. You're going to feel like you're at the right place at the right time, you're with the right people, getting the right information. It's just divine timing, divinely guided for you guys. So lots of love, and sending so much love and light. Please let me know your story if this resonates to you. Lots of love. Bye.